Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Mills and I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can fill in a Brazilian visa application form. I've done a video already about the different types of visa. The very first step of traveling to Brazil is for you to determine if you need a visa or not. If you don't need a visa, you're good to go. If you need a visa, the very first step in your visa application is for you to fill the online form. Many people always have problems with filling the application form because they feel that it's complicated. In this video, I'm going to do an entire Brazilian visa application. I'm going to fill the form online for you to see it, how you attach the documents, how you can save it, the validity of the application form, and so on. That's where we are right now. I'm going to be filling the online application form. But before I do so, I want you to take note of the following. First, whichever browser you're going to be using, be in Mozilla Firefox or Microsoft Edge or Chrome, make sure it is the current version. Next, you need to know that if you're using a phone or a tablet, some pages might not open. So it's advisable for you to use a laptop. You want to make sure your internet connection is strong and fast. Next, you have to upload documents. So it's very important for you to put all of the documents together. It's very important when you're scanning your documents, you should scan them in a small size. That's because there is a maximum amount of file size that is being given in the online application. Files that are very large, you need to compress them to make sure they are small in size, especially for applications which need a lot of documents. When you click on the application form link, it comes to this page. On this page, you have languages here at the top right. Languages like English, Portuguese, French, German or Dutch, and you have Spanish. So you can choose whichever one to suit you. So if you click on English there, look at Ministry of Foreign Affairs, it's in English. So your application is going to be totally in English. This consular services, the first part of it is for Brazilians and the second part of it is for foreigners. You want to apply for Brazilian visa, so you're going to click on the second link here. You're going to see visa and e-visa. E-visa is only for specific countries like America, Canada, and Australia. So you want to go to visa, click on visa. You're going to see some instructions here, general instructions. You're going to look at all of them, and if you want to read through, you can read through how to complete the form, the steps that you need to take, as well as the photograph specification and everything you need to know, as well as the validity of the application form receipt and the next steps that will proceed after you have filled this form. To start a new application, you need to click the Start New Application. To continue a previously saved application, you click Continue Application. So for you to proceed, you need to click here to make sure that you are a human. It says choose the animals that are the most dangerous. You need to click on it again. So you click there. It says I'm a human. So you're going to start your application. You click here. It's going to come to this page, Brazilian visa application form. This first page here, it starts with the identification data. So you're going to fill in your given names here. I always like to fill in my application using the uppercase letters. So here, given name, Mills. Family name, George. Date of birth. Click on this calendar. It's going to take you there. You look for your date of birth. Mine is 1989, October 13. There you go. Marital status, married. Sex, female. Do you have a formal name? If you've had a formal name before or a surname at birth, you can say yes and you're going to put their name. If you don't have, you put no. Place of birth. So you're going to say the country, Cameroon. The state is Northwest Province. And the city where I was born is called Bamenda. Do you have a Brazilian nationality? Of course, no, because if you have, then you don't need to apply for a visa. It says here, which passport nationality do you have? So I'm gonna go right down and I'm gonna click on Cameroon. Here it says, do you have all the nationalities? If you have, you say yes, and it's gonna open up, you state the different countries. But if you don't have, you click no. Next one, it goes to parents. In Brazil, most of the documents will always require you to fill in your parents' name, especially your mother's name. So this is highlighted, or it's required, so you need to fill it in. So here, your mother's data, I'm going to fill it in here, Dora George. Place of birth and date of birth is optional for your parents. The most important thing is your parents' name and the country which they come from. Here, it's Cameroon. You're going to click there. Father's data, you do the same. So you fill in your father's name. Here, Hans, and here, George. Here, Cameroon. Now for the data of legal representative, this is just if you want a legal representative like a lawyer, for example, to do your application, then you can click on that and put the given names and family names. But if you don't have anybody who is going to be a legal representative for your application, then you just click not informed and you move to the next page. The next page is going to give you this recovery code. It's very important for you to save this. You can just click on the double rectangle button here and it's going to be copied automatic to your computer. You can also write down the number so that if you lost connection or something, you can retrieve this number, right? I've copied it already. Let's continue our application. It goes to the second page. Here it talks about the purpose of the trip. So every Brazilian visa that you want to obtain, you will need this particular form, and the only difference is going to be here where you're going to choose the type of visa that you want to apply for. Here I'm going to focus more on tourism because that's the most common visa that majority of the people apply for. So I'm going to choose tourism. You're going to choose the visa that's going to suit you. Next thing, additional objective is up to you. Maybe you want to specify what you want to do during your trip. If it's for sporting activities or other things, if you're an athlete and you want to do all the things during that time, you can also put it there. Next is the estimated date of arrival. It's very important for you to do your application at least 4 to 5 months before the intended date of travel, because processing time, especially for tourist visa, is taking a long time. I'm in July. I want to travel to Brazil in December, so I'll just go there, get into the calendar, click on that. In 2024, I want to travel December 21st. Plan state, type of period, until when, for the total period of time you're going to spend in Brazil. So it has here in months and days, so it's up to you. Normally, an average touristic period should be 2 weeks, maximum 3 weeks. If you're going to be staying longer than that, take note that you need to prove that you have enough finance for that. I'm just going to choose 15 days. If you take a period of time that's less than 1 month, you'll be given only 1 month visa. The next one is your previous stay. Have you ever been to Brazil? Yes or no? So no. Here, exhibition of travel document. So how do you want to submit this document? Do you want it by mail, by third party, or in person? Third party means another person, maybe your spouse, can submit the document. By mail means you can send it to your courier, or in person. Majority of the embassies now want it to be in person, so you need to check with the respective embassies. So I'm going to choose in person there. Next, travel document. So the travel document has to do with the document you're going to be using it to travel with. Here you have different types of passport, so you can use foreigner passport, or you can just put passport, whichever one that you want to do. So passport, here you're going to put the passport number, so I'll just put 012345. Here, issued by, you're going to put where it was issued, right? So for us is DSGN, so you put it there, and the date of issue. So my passport was issued today, so it's going to be expiring 5 years after, in 2029, July 31st. So the next one is other documents. So if you want to submit any other document, you can put it there, but it's not necessary. If you have a CPF number, you can also put your CPF number there. If you don't have, you click that. Next one, your profession or occupation. So if you have any profession or occupation, business person, or you're an employee, you can put your profession there. So here, teacher. Job description, you can put that if you want. Here you put the name of your employer or the name of your business and so on. So you can put institution there, and you put where the institution is, and you put the province where the institution is. You can also fill in all the things about the institution. Next, you have the contact information. So how should they contact you? You can use email, cell phone, and so on. But now they mostly want you to use cell phone. So you put your cell phone there, and you put your cell phone number. So I'm in Cameroon, so 376 and 9123. Then you have to put your permanent address. This is also very important. So the country where you are in, you need to put your permanent address there. Is this the address of the correspondent? Yes. All the address you can put, is up to you. Now the next one is contact in Brazil. This is in a situation where maybe you received an invitation from Brazil, be it for visit, for business purpose, for sporting activities, or for other things that is coming from Brazil. So if you're going to receive an invitation from Brazil, you put their person's name or the name of the organization or whoever is inviting you and the address here. If you don't have it, just put not informed and you put next. So it's going to take you to this part, which is the most important part. This is where you're going to submit all your documents that will back up your application. First thing is your photograph. You need to put your photograph here that will match the description that was given, and make sure your photograph is on a wide background. I'm just using this random photo just for demonstration, but your background should be white. And you see the face on the rectangle, you can scroll it until it fits into your face. So your chin should be down there, your forehead and your ears, and put a picture that shows all the parts of your face, including your ears. After you must have put it to fit into that, then you just click crop here and the picture is going to appear there. Next one is your signature. So for your signature, again, you need to sign your signature on a white background, and you also put it. You do the same. You're going to crop it here, open it like that, and you put crop. In the case where it is a minor, both parents will sign by the side of each other, or if it's just one parent, you're going to sign for your baby or for your child. You're going to attach the scanned documents. I like to label all my documents. Although you scroll here, you see some important documents that you need to submit. I always like to label all my documents, so I always use order. Come down here and I put my documents in order, and I start with the first one. I put my passport page, which is a passport information page, and I click on that. It's going to appear on the right here. It's just 0.18%, which is very small. So I'm going to continue again in that order. I'll just click order and I'll put the next one, cover letter. This is also very important because this carries on everything about your entire trip. You're going to summarize it and address it to the embassy and put the different things that are in the application, and you also write out the information which you're going to be uploading online, just similar to that of an invitation letter, but just about your application. Next one, my hotel reservation. Where you're going to be living in Brazil is also very important. So you're going to book a hotel for the number of days that you're going to be living in Brazil. In case where you have someone in Brazil that is inviting you, that can also act as an accommodation. If you have an invitation, then you're going to put invitation letter. If you don't have, then you're good to go with your hotel reservation. The next one is your flight ticket. So you're going to do a flight ticket reservation. You're not supposed to buy an actual ticket, but you need to just reserve the ticket because you don't know the decision that you're going to have from Brazil, if it's going to be a yes or a no. So you don't want to buy a real ticket, but you want to do a flight reservation. Next is proof of funds. Proof of funds is also a very important document. You can only prove funds through a bank statement. If you have more than one account of the bank statement, you can put all of them here. Also, you need to make sure the total finance that you have can actually fund your trip. Not only does it fund your trip, but there should also be balance in the account after your trip. You don't want to spend all the money in your account for the trip. One day is about $150. So you multiply $150 by the number of days that you're going to be living in Brazil, and you double that amount. or triple the amount in your account, so that the consular will see that you're just going to use a small percentage of your savings for your trip. Also, it's very important to make sure your bank statement has in and out flow. Do not put large amounts of money towards when you want to travel, because it's going to delay your processing. The consular will be delaying the time of your processing, and after that they'll tell you to update your bank statement. So it's very important for you to note this. If you know you're going to be traveling to Brazil, do that maybe even 1 year ahead of time, and you start preparing yourself how you're going to be saving for that. Also, for your bank statement, if you're going as a family and all of you have individual bank statements, you can put all of the bank statements in your application. Put your bank statement, your spouse's bank statement, any other person who is going for the trip which is joined, you can also put their bank statement. If you do not have a bank statement but you have a sponsor who wants to sponsor your trip, you also have to put the sponsor's bank statement. I'm going to choose my bank statement here, and I'm going to put that. The next one is also to prove how this money got into your bank account. It's either you're employed or you have your personal business, your sponsor's business, and so on. So you can prove that using an employment letter or a leave letter or your tax return. If you're a business person, business registration. If you have multiple businesses, you need to prove that. It's very important for you to put all of them in one folder. Here I'm going to put order, and I'm going to put employment letter. This is also one of the proofs that you're going to return. If you're being employed, you want to show this, and you also tell your employer to write a leave letter for you during that period of time. If you're married, you can add a marriage certificate here. In some countries, they might require a health insurance. Not all countries, because in Brazil the healthcare is free, but in some countries they just want you to have a travel health insurance, which is also very important. As a tourist, I always like to add my travel itinerary. It also lets the consular to know that you know where you're going to and what you're going to be doing. Your travel itinerary from the first day you're going to be leaving Cameroon to the day you're going to be returning. So I'm going to choose my travel itinerary there. So you can add all the things. For a tourist, these are the most important documents that you need to submit. As you can see here, I've used only 1.83%. And after you must have submitted all of this, click here. I hereby declare that this information is true. In case you remember there's a document that you need to submit but you don't have the document now, you can save your application. But if you think you're done with everything, your application, then you click complete application. And you click here, print delivery receipt. It's going to come in a PDF form. This is a proof that you've done the application online. You need to attach the photo that you uploaded online here, and you're going to sign your signature here. Here is your protocol number, which is the application number. This is a retrieval code. You can use it to retrieve your application. If you want to update your application, if you want to add more things, if you want to reduce the things, if you want to change everything, in case where your trip date changed, you can go back there and edit it. This is the expiration date of this application form. Many people always get confused. This is not the day you're going to go for your interview at the embassy. This is the day that your application form is going to expire. It therefore means that if you do not submit this online application for further processing by the 27th of January 2025, it's going to cancel from the system. Your date of birth and your city where you're born. You have to fill your name here, your complete name, and your phone number that will be reachable in case of any other additional documents. Here in this rectangle, you have all the documents which you uploaded online. And if there is anything that you want to update, you have to use the updated receipt. For example, if I have to add something to this application, it's going to add below this rectangle. Now you're going to use this receipt together with the other documents to book an appointment at the embassy using their e-consular service, or just simply by sending an email to the embassy, and they will be the ones to send you the appointment that you'll be needing. If you have to go back and add more documents, here this is the update visa request form. So you just put in your retrieval code there, you put your family name, George, and you put your birth date, October 13, and you click on I'm a human and you click on load. There you go. So that's my application. You can still go through it again, and you look if you made any mistake. if you want to add documents, you have to start from the first page, go to next, and go to the part where you want to edit it, and you edit it. When you finish editing it, you click I hereby and you complete the form again. So it's going to be updated. If you're going as a family, you're going to do separate application for each individual of the family. So if you're 3 of you, it's going to be 3 applications. If you're 4 of you, it's going to be 4 applications. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the comment section. And please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit on the subscribe button and the bell notification so that you get updated every time I upload a new video in that same light. Ciao.